Hey you guys. So, funny story. I'm about to get into this reading. Funny story. I was reading the comments, and someone said, "Clean that." And I was like, "Clean it," but you don't understand. I do that on purpose. Like, that's a part of what I do, right? Yes. So, if it looks dirty, it's not dirty. It's not dirty. Not at all. Okay, I just thought that was so funny when she said it, or whoever commented it. I was like, oh really? Okay. So I'm not putting down enough. Let's really let it be seen. So it is what it is. You know, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You gotta watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, so look, you guys, I don't follow her. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. I don't follow her, but y'all do, and y'all have hit me up several times today. I've gotten emails, YouTube messages, comments under videos that have nothing to do with her. Girl, we need you to read this energy, okay? So this is what y'all are saying. Let me just read it. Y'all are saying to do this reading for her because she said her man separated and that she's going back home. She's going back to Canada. And so y'all basically like, can you read the energy? Is this true or false? What is going on? Yeah. Foodie is grifting for a trip to Canada. She said she and Salah, what's she say now? She and Salah are separating. Didn't mention divorce. What's going on? Can you read? Give us a tea, sis. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging that she's throwing 3 sheets to the wind. At the heart of it, she wants peace, but it's a swirl of communication. It sounds like this. Oh my God. Like that, right? And Spirit is like, trust the process. Spirit is listening, and Spirit is like, yeah, when you get done, let's figure out what we're going to do next. Okay, that's her spiritual team, right? She has a beverage and a musical instrument to distract her from what is actually happening and what she really should be focusing on. But that's her business, right? She's not rooted. She's not grounded. She's not maintaining authenticity. She's not being genuine. She is not standing on solid ground. Anything she builds, she cannot maintain because she's building it on sinking sand. Also dealing with an unhealed earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Heart chakra has imbalances and delays. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it because Spirit said he said it. She said it several times, okay? She has heart issues, allegedly. Thank you, Spirit. And her heart is an issue. It's a factor. Like, medical treatment is necessary. And now Spirit is telling me the feet, the toes. You know, Spirit gets very, very, like, particular about certain parts of her body that is ailing her. And so that's her business. She needs to focus on that, right? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is also acknowledging that this impedes upon her energy of success, her finances. She's not building on sinking. She doesn't have healthy boundaries, and she could be building on sinking sand again. Okay, blowing off steam. 3 is a crowd. Okay, 3 is a crowd. Spirit says it takes 3 to tango. I don't know what kind of business you got, but Spirit says it's too much for you, and that could honestly, energetically, be the real reason why you ready to go, because you might have found out that your man got somebody else and they not playing. You don't get a turn. Like, I don't know why Spirit said monkey in the middle. Like, you don't never get a turn with Salah. It's never your turn. It's never your I don't want to tussle. Blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and wanting to escape. Spirit says break the deck. Yeah, Spirit said you knew this relationship wasn't gonna work. And so your problem is you were living a lie. That I don't want to tussle. And so you're not listening to your higher intuition. The heart chakra is way down, overburdened by your choices. Okay. Spirit is also acknowledging bisexual energy, emotional energy, creative energy. We do see water. There's anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, wanting to clear, cancel, and release it to manifest a life that you do want. But that's completely up to you because it's based on your choice. So what is going on, Spirit? Y'all said she leaving, her and Salah separating, but not divorcing? I don't know, child. Running around. Okay, so when it comes to these two, running around like a chicken with your head cut off. filled with anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, wanting to clear cancer, release this to manifest a life that one does want, but not maintaining authenticity and not being genuine. Very busy, overwhelmed, frenzy, deadline, stress, refocus, and redo for best results. And saying that, Spirit is also acknowledging that she needs a spiritual bath, and or she could already be doing some of her own little brouhaha. Not my business. To revitalize the throat chakra, the heart chakra. Thank you, Spirit. To revitalize the solar plexus energy. I do see candles. It also feels like she might know she's being outsmarted this time too when it comes to certain things. And I've been saying this for some time. You play with it, but people who've been born in it, they're always going to supersede what you got going on. You see what I'm saying? Because they've been born into that culture that knows how to use things around them to get what they want, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey.
Thank you, Spirit, if you get what I'm saying. But this spiritual bath, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, is to focus on self-love, relaxation, regeneration, satiety within, replenishment. Why? Because God doesn't like ugly. So this relationship wasn't going to last anyway, just to be quite honest. And I don't know what you got going on. We're going to get into it. But whether you're playing or not, shit, it ain't gonna work. The relationship is null and void, period. Spirit said God don't like ugly, nastiness, class, strife, resentment, argument, spite, grudge, and revenge. Spirit says it's time to wrap this up, and I feel like I've said that before too, right? The throat chakra is acknowledging that the heart chakra has imbalances and or delays, and so does the root chakra. You know? And like they say, you play them games, you win them prizes. Are they separating? Salah and Foodie. Yeah. Connect to new possibilities. The transition is smooth. Subconsciously, someone is learning from experience because old ways are no longer working. However, in the middle of the deck, Spirit says, yeah, clearing the air. So there's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and there's this energy of refreshing change so that something new can happen. And I don't know how she feel about it. Look. That's our business. She's moving, going back to Canada. Yep. Trying to get it together. Things are all lined up for her. Subconsciously, the obstacles are too large to seek another way if you're trying to go back home. And in the middle of the deck, there's resistance in her going back. Okay? Cold shoulder, frozen, things being put on ice for a while. Yeah. Foodie, Beauty, and Salah. False twins. We said that so many times, right? Because somebody's wearing a mask. And there's chaos between these two. And lessons will be learned. Shit. Seriously, I want a real relationship anyway. Like, there should be no tears. Real talk. You knew what it was from the beginning. There should be no tears. Look, he got a woman on this arm and a woman on that arm. And you got to bandage your heart. The lie somebody told, but you had a gut feeling it wasn't going to work anyway. I mean, yeah. This just feels like, duh, right? Duh. Spirit said you should have saged before you came in here. You should have clear canceled and released that energy anyway. Okay? Rest is resistance. Lay down and wake up right. Like literally. Wake up right. And sit still, child. Spirit is talking. The question is, are you listening? Chantel and Salah separating. Fighting for yours. Love is a battlefield. So there's a lot of fighting in regards to this. Subconsciously, money hungry, will do anything for money. So part of this fighting is to draw in some money. But there's also this energy of wanting to get rid of something, thrown away, getting rid of it, tossing it out. What is that? The family. and wanting to protect herself, needing to keep herself safe from betrayal, feeling like there's deceit, backstab, a traitor, someone's not to be trusted, and now she's falling apart, falling into pieces, all torn up, shattered, broken, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Spirit says overwhelmed with all the stress and obstacles and delay, sick, mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually. That's her business. Foodie is separating from Salah and going back to Canada. Oh, this is interesting because I remember I did a couple of readings and it kept coming upright. And now it's in reverse. Moonlight in reverse. 51 is significant. 6 is significant. Too much analyzing is getting you nowhere. Stop overthinking things. You may be exhausted from second guessing yourself all the time and losing your footing. Are you insecure about your ability to make good choices? Step back and regroup and enter into a more trusting relationship with the flow of life. Don't become overly concerned about perceived mistakes. How will you learn to dance if you don't occasionally take a misstep? On the moonlit pathways, you can discover love and truth and wondrous things. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Go play. Have fun. Stay open and trust, because whatever you're doing right now is the complete opposite. You're not ready to face your truth anymore. It feels like even in this situation, you're running because sitting in your truth, you don't have the strength. You don't have the strength. The Spirit said that this is a money move too. This is a money grab. Like you're trying to make some kind of reward. Like you're trying to get some kind of reward, pay raise. Okay. You're trying to get paid. Okay. Subconsciously, Spirit says you're a joker. This will be disrupted. There's unexpected change here as well. And there's something at a distance, and this is going to create some nervous energy. It's going to make you feel shy and or anxious. Has something to do with a car. There's some kind of power surge or something to do with electricity. Spirit says an early widow, a bad second marriage. Interesting, because I feel like this card comes out often. Investments, financial goals, a tiny amount of extra money. So that's what it sounds like. A part of this is you trying to make some money. You trying to get some money. Feels like there's a breakup or separation. Let's get into it. This card came out. Attraction, but all one way. Sexual, animal, magnetism, financial setbacks, furniture, appliances, court case, in the city, social, not wanting to be alone, happy children, shopping, jewelry, instability, unforeseen circumstances. Okay. Good times, flirting, but this is just a friend, a guardian angel, many love affairs, interesting, a wedding. Is he getting married? Being being watched, overprotective, trust, fun, sharing, mutual feelings. What's going on? It sounds like somebody is having a great time and you're not. A mother, a darker woman or a darker haired woman, a family member. This female is a friend, helpful, business oriented, loves organizing, generous and involved. So this person brings you some negative energy. She has negative energy towards this female energy who's a mother. Her and Salah separating but not divorcing. Like what? I don't understand. Separating so that things can improve. This is going to be a better circumstance for her and him if they do separate. There's this energy of pay raise. See? Entertainment. Interesting. Women, feminine things, soft furnishings, jealousy, success. Ooh. So it feels like the other woman could have definitely said, get her out of here, right? And when I say that, we do get the wish card. You get your wish. Success, victory, happiness, and peace. Cornucopia, wealth, and grandeur. Achievement, a high social position. It feels like somebody is moving you out of your position. They don't want to play that game no more. I mean, that's just the energy. Like, that's your business. Just look. It's an air sign, King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, masculinity, a wise man, intelligence. The authority is hitting the gavel on that relationship. Whoever has said the authority. So it doesn't feel like this is your choice. Like it feels like you've been met with an ultimatum. Foodie Beauty, current energy. Dun 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 dun. Side card. And this brings pain, unwelcome changes, loss, trauma, loneliness, crying over spilled milk. And Spirit said the real tea ain't even been spilt. Okay, the real information, just be patient, y'all, because it's going to get out there. So just be patient. And this is so crazy because this is the card that is making me feel like, I said this before, that when he sets up his little camera and he says what he needs to say about her, it's going to go viral. So Spirit says, like, be careful, be careful, but be patient, because there's some petty gossip coming out there. You're not going to be able to keep him quiet, especially if he can make money off of talking about you. Yeah. So this situation, she's at a loss. There's financial mess, poor financial decisions with the Two of Pentacles, trying to reminisce and needing to heal her inner child, homesick, so wanting to go home, thinking of the past, reuniting with family and her support system. But there will be justice. Wherever you go, that's where you are, right? So legal matters, fairness, honesty, cause and effect, consequences, okay? Going home to Canada, homecoming, community, friends and family, celebrating, parties, coming home, right? Three of Swords, dealing with trauma, heartbreak, loneliness, grief, and crying, lack of control, delays, and bad luck, even in going home, with the Wheel of Fortune. And Spirit says, it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. Like, getting up and going home is going to come with its issues too. It's not going to be an easy, like, get up and go kind of situation. Yeah. Low confidence, cold, a mean girl with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. All right. What's next when it comes to her and Salah? This card is loving this little spread. Okay. The King of Swords, again, masculinity, law, wise man, authority, intelligence. So what's next is, it feels like somebody's going to hit the gavel in this relationship and whatever else they got going on, which is going to create the Three of Swords, trauma, heartbreak, loneliness, grief, and crying. Also acknowledging with the Six of Cups, needing to heal their inner child, but someone is homesick and wants to go home, thinking of the past, reuniting family and support system. Could be both, okay? Could be both of them. Why? Because they're unfocused, a bully. This is a missed opportunity with the King of Swords. There's a Ten of Swords, betrayal, playing victim, dead end, failure, cutting ties. And then with the Two of Cups, this is interesting because there's a relationship in here. And that relationship is the actual happy couple that's compatible and they have balance and mutual respect. Okay, acknowledging that at some point in their relationship, and I'm not talking about Foodie Beauty, I'm talking about Salah and whoever else, that there were some poor choices made. There was missed opportunities and a lack of choice with the Seven of Cups, but not anymore because they are reclaiming their power. Thank you, Spirit. They're getting freedom and they're leaving the bad situation, which is what it feels like. Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty get pushed out of this relationship. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody said, we're done with you. Yep. Let it go. A need for release. Waiting on the best solution. And they said sudden change happening quickly. When I asked that question with the Eight of Wands, somebody's going to speak out about this. And with the Five of Cups, it creates pain, unwelcome changes, loss, trauma, loneliness, crying over spilt milk. And this is because she doesn't follow through. She has no goals. She's a foolish person with the Page of Pentacles. And the Empress, the mother. Who's the mother? Okay? That one that has the baby. She said, you're done. She said, you're done. Death, endings. Something must end so that something else can begin. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Sudden changes, new beginning, upheaval. Yeah, and they're excited about the future. They're learning from the past when it has come to Foodie Beauty with the Nine of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, gathering strength, acknowledging the past, acknowledging that whatever's done in the dark will come to the light. Whatever's being suppressed will come to the future. Will come to the surface. And they're close to success, and they're going to be persistent this time when it comes to her. She got to go. And again, it doesn't feel like this is something that she's like you know, she's taking the driving, she's in the driver's seat on the situation. No. It feels like somebody said, you ain't got no choice in this matter. Okay? You got to go, Bookie. Y'all call me back.